This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
Welcome to the tavern. We'll get to the topic and discussion in just a moment. Just want to let everybody know this is an adult show with adult topics, adult humor, and in other words, we drink, we smoke, we swear, and we laugh at things we probably shouldn't, but we do it together. For those listening to the podcast, we record the podcast on our live stream at twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk and have a live interactive chat audience. You might hear the sound of the bell, and that means I want to interrupt somebody to read a question or comment. For those on the live stream, we won't read off everything you put in chat, but we'll try to get to the most relevant or the most amusing, but hopefully some combination of the both. Now, while we introduce ourselves, go ahead and let us know what your vices are tonight. Okay, and I'm Travis Sivart, and my vice tonight is, just like the last episode, Jim Beam Double Oak Twice-Barreled Bourbon Whiskey. I did get to educate somebody about whiskey at work today. One of the co-workers asked me, are whiskey and bourbon the same thing? And one of the other coworkers is like, no, bourbon is a totally different drink. Then I'm like, wrong. Just shut him down. I'm like, nope, all bourbons are whiskeys. All scotches are whiskeys. But depending on region and whatnot, bourbon, you have to have a certain percentage. Corn. What are you going to say, Andrea?
51%.
No, okay, just agreeing hand.
Saying anything.
But yeah, I'm having that. And Ed, why don't you introduce yourself? And let's not forget to do a toast this episode.
I'm Ed. I'm not having bourbon. I am drinking Bold Rock hard cider watermelon.
Yummy. We've asked this before, but I never remember. Does it taste like watermelon or watermelon candy?
It tastes like watered down watermelon.
Okay. Like a Capri Sun.
Not a Capri Sun.
You ever had Capri Sun watermelon? It's like really excellent for the first 3 drinks, and then you're just like, oh god, it's so sweet.
Oh, it's not sweet. That's why I enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
Me?
Yes.
Andrea.
Andrea LeChat here. I have coffee. It's cold, because it's cold in here. But I also have my little alien cat. That's my vice tonight.
She got that on our last episode. UAP. It followed her home. Okay.
Aliens are real people.
That's right. That's right. Just ask the administration. Okay. Moving on. I don't like that quote. It doesn't quite go with. Let's see if we can get something a little more fun for this topic, because our topic is 5 questions. There we go. This works out well. So Cogsley has supplied this quote for us. Those are my principles. If you don't like them, well, I have others. Groucho Marx. Great quote there. So we'll drink to that.
That fits tonight.
You know, Ed, you might appreciate this. I know you don't work for Amazon, don't know Amazon well, but in my most recent book, when I was writing it, there's a part where I'm talking about a nanotechnology and a human who's had parts of him replaced with machines and nanotechnology, who is now a bounty hunter, an assassin, a finder of lost things, etc. And he's thinking about the corporation. What's that?
Bored.
Ish. Hey, Juicy, good to see you. But yeah, I mentioned in that the corporation calls them candidates, anything but employees, and they're just tools to be used and thrown away. And that related better a few moments ago, but I forgot how to link it together now. So, 5 questions. We'll move over here to this. 5 questions. We've got 5 questions right here. And I'm going to read them off, and we're going to go back and forth on answering them. So, I don't even know where to start. And actually, I have a few extra in case we run short, but we might not even get through 5, knowing how we can go on. For everybody in our live chat viewing audience, feel free to give your answers to, again, the most relevant or amusing will hit the air with us. And feel free to throw a few questions up of your own.
Yeah.
Because if you have something, once you hear a question or two, you'll understand where we're going with this. So, the first question, you know what, let's do this. Ed, can you pick a number 1 through 10, please?
7.
7, excellent.
That's what I was going to pick.
Excellent, you're on the same wavelength. So, Andrea, you get to pick the next one, so don't pick 7 after this. Or else I'll just go 1 through 9 and you can pick 7 again. What would the creepiest thing you could say? What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street? Your funny word.
I actually said it.
What?
I was not really on the street. I was sitting in an ice cream parlor once back in the 80s, and everybody had their special walk back in the 80s. Brothers had their special walk. Girls had their special walk with the hips flying and everything. And this chick came into the ice cream parlor, and man, she really had the hips fly. And I looked over at her and I'm like, they got a surgery that can probably fix that. She wasn't.
Andrea, you got something?
Around me was. They laughed.
The creepiest thing you could say to someone?
What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street? So, somebody you don't know, and it could be in anything. It doesn't have to be on the street, like Ed in the ice cream shop. It works fine.
But that's what he did say. You did say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Said could say, not did. Okay. So.
Ed, you did it wrong. Come up with something else.
The cat's answering at the door. No, I don't.
Think about it for a moment. I'll read a few comments, okay? Because Raven says her answer would be, "You're beautiful when you sleep."
Yeah.
And Wordwind says, while on the phone, "I'm still not sure if I should tell Mom I've been sleeping with her sister." See, there's some classic things. There's, and these are just kind of well-known jokes. You look at somebody and when they make eye contact with you, you gasp and go, "You can see me?" But that's not something I came up with. See, that's pretty good.
Well,
Raven says, "You remind me of my daughter. Can I take you out to dinner?" I hate it when people say that to me.
I'll stop saying it.
Oh.
No, well, I don't know if I don't want to say.
Go say it. Go ahead, say it.
What's the creepiest thing you could say to someone you don't know that you're just... You need to drink more water. Your pee's too dark. As they come out of the bathroom. I don't know.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Creepy. That's creepy. I'm like, I would never want anybody to say that.
See, I'm adding to Raven's answer here. If you remind me of my daughter, can I take you out to dinner? I want to add something to that. You remind me of my dead daughter. Can I take you out to dinner? Does that make it worse? More creepy?
You remind me of my dead wife. Can I take you out?
But the charges were dropped.
Okay, we'll move on to another one. That was a good warm-up. Andrea, pick something 1 through 9.
5.
5. Okay. Okay, we ready? So for 5, what's the worst buy one, get one free sale of all time? Doesn't have to
Dead
be...
babies.
There we go. I'm sure there's a college somewhere that would disagree with you.
You only need one.
Don't give me 2. I just need 1. Casket says where to win. Oh, by the way.
Oh no, no.
Where to win?
That would be great.
Where to win? Throwing back to the other thing. To the last question of the creepiest thing you can say to a stranger is, "Don't turn left at the next intersection." Could be because there's a horrible 2-for-1 sale. Raven says colonoscopies.
No, you're it. You and a friend, come on now. It's a bonding exercise.
I think I have one of those in my book.
Casket or colonoscopy? Or a friend?
Drowning kittens for fun and profit. You were saying a 2-for-1 casket deal would be a great deal?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I know when I decorate, I like to have pairs of things.
In other words, if she dies, she's taking you with her.
Oh no, I don't want to be put in a casket. Not when I'm dead. I'd rather enjoy it when I'm alive.
And colonoscopies is a good one. What else we got? Anybody else think of some of the worst buy one, get one free sale?
What do you think, Ed?
This.
I'm thinking. Nope, I got nothing. These aren't as easy as I hope. Maybe we will need more than 5. I'm not feeling so. Yeah, I got nothing. It's because I'm circling around. Like once we have colonoscopies, I was thinking about different surgeries and whatnot. What?
For me personally, not very funny, but a plate of liver.
Yeah, I was thinking.
You don't even want just one of those.
Ooh, I know something. You know, when you're like, let me help somebody out, I'll donate a kidney, and the doctor's like,
No,
good news. 2-for-1 sale.
2-for-1. Yeah.
Terrorist groups? I was going to say hooker, but some people would be really excited about that.
Well, see, I thought that too, but it's like, well, there's not something so bad.
Yeah, I know that. It's and I'm like,
That goes along with the 2 casket deal.
And the dead ex-wife. I'm sorry, it didn't say dead ex-wife. I may have been projecting there, my bad. He said dead wife.
Oops.
You're not fooling anyone, you know.
Okay, let's pick another.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Horrible.
Okay, Ed, number 1 through 8.
3.
Okay. Here we go. What 2 totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back? What 2 totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back? Yes, Andrea?
I need some clarification on this. Does this mean that you're back to back with a person, or you do it and then do it again?
I think it could
Take
be
your pick, baby.
I think it could be either one, kind of like brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice. 2 completely normal things that become really weird, or it could be like your mother and your girlfriend when their back is back and you do them both. I don't know. And by the way, do them has multiple meanings right there.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say your wife and your girlfriend, but I mean, it depends on the situation, really,
And what do it plays out to. Or do them.
Raven says vasectomies and lap dances.
Okay, see, I think those are the worst 2-for-1 deals. But then again, that those 2 together go really well. Yeah, it goes really well. Mixer party and family reunion.
Ew.
See, this brings us back to our this is how we could do whose line is it anyway, where we get to edit before shit comes out of our mouth. Okay, so 2 totally normal things that become really weird if you do them back to back. I don't know. Nude sunbathing and skydiving? No.
Are you skydiving nude also?
It's a thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Colon cleanse and hot tubbing.
Yeah, I was going to say stuff along the lines. That's really gross.
Wait, hold on. Opening a beer and brain surgery, says Wordowin, for 2 things really weird if you do them back to back. Raven says speed dating and pie eating contests. Okay, see. Okay, now we're...
That sounds... how...
With the speed dating and pie eating, Andrea, is that what you mean? Andrea says that's how porn starts.
That's how porn starts.
Wordowin then says covering yourself with peanut butter going to the dog park. Okay, Wordowin, I may be wrong on this one.
That's how porn starts.
But I don't think covering yourself with peanut butter is something most people would consider totally normal.
Is that your normal activity? Asking for a friend?
Yeah, really, we have somebody that might want to meet with you if it is. See, that would be something creepy you could say to a stranger passing in the street. Do you like being totally covered in peanut butter?
And going to the dog park.
You'd be like, I'm totally covered in peanut butter.
Under my snowsuit.
Go to the dog park.
Hold my beer. I gotta do brain surgery. Then a vasectomy. Then a lap dance.
Depends when.
Wordawin says it's great for the skin. Crunchy or smooth?
Which one?
Not the dog park. That's not great for the skin.
The skin or the peanut butter?
Ah, that'd be horrible wiping your ass the next day. After you cover yourself with peanut butter, wiping your ass the next day, you're like, God, I hope that's still peanut butter.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
So, other two totally normal things. We got anything else? Okay. Licking an ice cream cone and having a staring contest.
I was just reading word one.
From a famous video, cutting peppers for a salad, rubbing your kid's eyes. My kid is 18. That shit's hilarious now.
Well, why is that weird, Raven? Getting a bikini wax and going to confession. That's not weird. Is it?
Unless you're doing it at the same time.
You mean you're not supposed to get a bikini wax at confession? Oops.
Especially not a do-it-yourself. Forgive me, Father, for I have... Ah! Yeah. I don't know. Going to a tanning parlor and then playing Vampire LARP? It'd be kind of weird to do Vampire LARP right after coming out. Too nerdy?
Yeah.
I'm bad at this. Come on, we've got to have something. We'll come back to this one. Andrea, I think it's your turn. 1 through 7.
I just picked one.
Was that you? Oh, Ed. I don't know. You all look alike. Whoever didn't pick last time, pick something.
My hair's longer.
It's true. Same
1.
color as his. 1. I like this one. What used to be considered trashy, but is now very classy? And by the way, I was going to say me until I heard some of the shit that came out of my mouth tonight and realized maybe that doesn't work so well. Yes, Andrea?
Recycling.
Used to be trashy, now it's classy. She's not wrong. Anal bleaching. That's true too.
Oh, well, going back to a previous topic, shaving down below.
I was about to say that. That used to be considered trashy. If you did not shave, it was considered trashy. But now it's classy. Okay, right. See, this is where we're going.
Well,
Welcome to
it was...
Welcome to the tavern. Orgies considered trashy, now classy. And Wordowin says along with that, eating ass.
Eating ass.
Independent author. Speaking of eating ass. Andrea, what were you trying to say? I agree.
Oh. It used to be trashy if you waxed everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now...
It became the norm.
Then it became classy.
But then...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was... Then it's like the thing to do.
Right.
And then it's trashy if you don't wax everything.
Right.
And now it's the thing to do.
Right.
I'm so confused.
Okay, couple of good ones. Wordowin says it used to be considered trashy, but is now classy, wearing a mask at the bank. That's a good one. That's clever. Getting naked on the internet, from Raven there.
Mm-hmm.
Something I said when I was just talking about a few of these questions, I didn't give Andrea and Ed all the questions, but something I said before we went on air for this particular question is lobsters. Lobsters in the Elizabethan era, in the early 1600s, they were poor people food. They're bottom feeders. They eat shit off the bottom of the ocean for a living. That's what they do when they get up and go, time to go to work, eating shit off the bottom of the ocean. And now it's a classy thing to eat a shit-eating ocean roach.
Snails, chitlins.
I still can't do it.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, we could totally do a callback to any one of these. Buying secondhand clothes, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what? Ripped jeans.
I still don't understand that to the extent that I see it today.
Right. I agree.
I hate the torn up jeans thing because then I have to buy patches and sew them on because I don't want holes in my jeans.
After paying $70 for jeans with fucking holes.
Because it's hard to find jeans without holes unless you go to the thrift store, which it used to sit.
And Raven says rescue dogs, and I'll also, like anything from the pound, used to be considered trashy, and now it's classy. Goes along with the recycling thing Andrea opened up with. Okay.
Next question.
Who gets to pick next? Ed got that one. Andrea, you go.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What's something that you just recently realized that you're embarrassed you didn't realize earlier? Now, I'll give you guys an example. It was just today I wanted to listen to something different. So I went onto Pandora and I found a Motown playlist. And as it started getting 4 or 5 songs into it, what I realized is a lot of times when I tell people I like disco, there is a huge amount of bleed over between disco and Motown. And it's actually Motown in general that I like. I'll still say disco because it's fun to be mocked for it. But yeah, I didn't realize all this music I liked was Motown until today. It's the same era, quite often.
No. Motown started much earlier than disco.
But you know what I'm saying. During the late 70s, early 80s, 75 to 83, you had a huge influx of both of those in popularity.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There was some Motown bleed over into the disco era, but Motown started much.
And it lasted a lot longer, too.
Tops.
Yeah, well, Aretha Franklin, Bee Gees, Casey and the Sunshine Band. These all showed up on the Motown station, by the way. Casey and the Bee Gees.
Yeah, you had later bands that recorded on the Motown label. True Motown.
Then again, it also had Bob Seger show up as the list played on, and I'm just like, I don't think Bob Seger belongs in Motown. I realize he's got a bluesy-esque feel, but no, I don't think so. Okay, so what about you guys? Something we see these memes on the internet. They're like, I was today years old when I learned this.
Well, I was today years old when I realized probably almost 2/3 of my life is done.
Do you really only expect to hit like 60? Do you really only expect to hit 60 years old?
70s. I'm thinking, I don't know. But I'm like, I mean, who knows? I don't think I watched life. But
You cut out, and it sounded like, I don't think slut life. So can you repeat that?
Betty White.
I don't think I can Betty White this life.
Oh, gotcha.
Like 99 or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. But it's like, wait. Yeah. Been a while.
What about you, Ed?
Recently? Mm.
Well, this is something I figured out a year or two ago, and recently could be in the past 5 years too, Ed. Especially once you're not, 22 anymore. That's not a laughable matter, but I laughed anyway. Raven says, I didn't know I was pregnant until I was 8 months along. That sucked. I hope you got better. Silly skinny chick. Actually, I've seen Raven. I don't think I've ever... I have no idea what kind of figure she has, though, to be honest with you. I just know she's adorable. Not really. It's a fun, embarrassing thing as opposed to a horrible, embarrassing thing. There's other things, like certain words I didn't learn the pronunciation of till much later in life. And that was kind of embarrassing. Now, most of them haven't been any time recent. I want to say there was something Andrea and I was talking about recently, and I learned it. That's true, word to win. So you guys got nothing, huh? Nothing you learned recently that you just went, wow, I'm surprised I didn't fucking know that.
Probably, I just can't remember right now.
Lame question.
I know there's something, but I just can't remember right now. I can hear the conversation a week or so ago with Teresa. Hey, I never knew that.
Hey, Gary, how are you? Thank you for the bits, man. Appreciate that.
What up, Gary?
So, let's call that a lame duck. Who chose that one? Because who's the wrong one? Pick a different number.
I'm sorry. 10.
We only have 5 left. Pick one of those.
So, the last one. Then.
Okay, there we go.
That's why I said 10.
Okay.
Whatever.
What are some fun ways to answer everyday questions? Like, how's it going? Or, what do you do? So you can make up your own... Andrea, are you saying somebody could ask you, how do you do? And you just be like, that's what she said. So what's some... And you can let us know what your own questions are, common questions. But what's some fun way to answer those? See, Raven, to the thing, learned recently. I thought gibbled was a real word, but my grandma made it up. It sounds like
it is a real word.
It sounds like it, right?
Yeah, kind of like hinky.
Okay, so going back to that question, there is something I learned recently. Okay, so now I remember that not everyone around the world has peanut butter like we do, or eats peanut butter like we do.
That's true.
I was very surprised. But then again, this conversation came up again today. And, I'm just thinking, okay, we live in Virginia, peanuts are prominent here. We have all kind of peanut farms and things. And I guess because I grew up with it, I didn't think about it. That and ham. Virginia hams and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just thought everyone in the world, this is a thing.
Now owned by China.
I was wrong.
Virginia is or hams are?
Smithfield ham, now owned by China.
Huh.
But it's still in Smithfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Smithfield, China. Weren't you listening?
Well, it's just, I never really.
That
I
should make,
realize it now.
that better make my pork fried rice taste a lot better, because frankly, pork at Chinese restaurants is never flavorful. Get some good smoked ham in there.
Yeah. Try get some pork belly.
Isn't that just fat?
Pork belly is what they make bacon.
Okay. And why are pork bellies on the stock market? That sounds weird to me.
This is bacon.
Yeah, it's bacon. And
wait a minute. Bacon is like one of the essentials, like oil and silver and gold on the stock market?
Well, yeah.
You didn't know that?
Merca.
Invest in bacon today.
Hey, one of those things that I'm kind of embarrassed that I just learned about. I figure pork bellies was something else that I just didn't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, and they got really scarce last year.
Pork bellies
Well,
did?
there's a lot of pork bellies out here because they had pigs.
Yeah, really
The neighbors.
scarce last year. But I just picked up 20 pounds.
God, we gotta go visit Ed.
We have stuff to take over there anyway, so.
Andrea, we've got a week or two we've got that one project we gotta finish, and that'll rearrange like a third of the house in isolated spots. Then we'll have room for all the canning stuff. And I might have to start working on my own carpentry again.
Cool.
To build some of these shelves that we want.
Okay,
It's easy.
well, I'm just going to grow the food.
Well,
You
Ed,
can.
what I'm telling you, with these shelves that we got to build, they've got to be probably no more than 2 jars deep, though I'll make them for the largest jars, so 3 of the smallest could fit deep. And then they have to have something going across them so the cats can't. Whatever. You know, even if it's just even if it's just a thin strip of molding, doesn't matter.
Like a dowel rod type thing?
It could even be
because
that. Yeah.
when the washer, the spin cycle goes, it takes the house.
Okay, we're going to read a few comments here. Thank you guys for all the comments, and we'll get back on track here with questions. Don't know how it relates, but Wordison says, I used to answer the phone with Wakamasapai. Now I just don't answer the phone. Gary says, found out about creationists. What, Ed?
I think that was in response to the question before. Which I don't know.
Trashy, classy?
Nope, after that.
They're not in order anymore. I don't know. Buy one, get one. I don't know. Gary says, found out about creation story called Unuma Elish. Or, When on High, written on tablets 5000 BC. Very similar to Genesis. Pretty fascinated with it.
Yep.
Who's reached Feely? Feely the dwarf from the Hobbit?
Doesn't matter.
And Raven says, I didn't know that indoor dogs needed their anal glands expressed until my dog was 2. It sounds like it traumatized.
So only indoor dogs? Not outdoor dogs? Do they do it themselves if they're outside?
Outdoor dogs usually figure out how to do it themselves. Indoor dogs, when you see him dragging his ass across the carpet.
I just want to be the park ranger that has to go out and express the glands of all the wolves. That'd be a creepy thing
no
to...
pun intended. When you're in a room when they do it, that shit will clear a room.
Well, see, that happened with poor Steve one day. Steve the cat, not Steve, the random guy. So, took him to the vet, and they did that. I'm like, oh my god. I don't know. I don't know.
See, that'd be a creepy thing to say to a stranger passing on the street. I expressed my dog's anal glands today.
No, or you need your anal glands expressed? I'll help.
Here's a card. Call me.
See, that goes back to looking ass.
Here's my card. Call me daddy. What?
That's gross.
I ate a sub earlier if you're interested.
You ate a suburb earlier? What?
Oh, that's Godzilla.
2 anal gland squeeze sessions for what?
That's the buy one get one free you don't want. Couples anal gland expression.
Oh dear God, that's taking a horrible turn.
If they're running
imagine
free. What?
What?
It's probably because they eat grass when they're running free. And that's probably to help express the anal glands.
Feed your dog grass, it'll be alright.
What do you mean? African or European, Wally?
Moving on. What's the new question? I forgot.
Ed, pick a number. 1 through 4.
What's the one that was just asked that we never answered?
Yeah, I never answered it.
Everyday
It was
questions.
number 5.
Fun ways to answer everyday question like how's it going? What do you do? You know, do you have a wife? Are you married? Do you have kids? Any of these common day small talk, dumbass, annoying questions that we ask each other to open up in a conversation. What's some fun ways to answer these?
Like to have a good weekend, and I always say no thanks, I have other plans.
It's I do like when people are like, drive safe. I'm like, you're not the boss of me.
Yes, I've done that too.
Or you're not my
tell me what
real
to do.
mom. That's right. Don't tell me what to do.
Drive safe, don't break.
Boxer briefs.
See, that's Ed's actual answer. Raven throws in the question of boxers or briefs. Nah. But that is actually
That's right.
Ed's answer. Sometimes when people are like, how have you been? I like to lean in a little bit and go, why? What do you heard? Yeah, and it's not all that clever, but it's fun. For me. Not
Somebody
so much.
talking about me again.
That's right.
And like, what's up? Or something, or what are you up to, or something like 5, 4.5.
I do that one too, because that is like so old. Like Moses was fucking using that joke in those 40 years in the desert, where the people are like, Moses, we've been out here 37 and a half years. What are you up to? 5'10". Still not funny, Moses.
Or what's up? The sky prices.
Well, thanks to
I
Viagra,
usually
let me tell
look
you.
down and say, not me.
There we go.
That's horrible.
Okay, Ed, pick
That's
one.
what.
Pick another one. 3.
Well, wait, is it Andrew's turn?
I don't
No.
know.
Okay, 3.
It's his turn. Go ahead.
Uno, dos,
Pick a number.
tres. What are you doing this week? Nothing. Oh, you should. I'm doing nothing! Word to win answer. Andrea, this
that a
one
card?
is for you. Because Andrea and I actually love this little game. What set of items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable? And Ed, you can answer too, of course. You don't have to wait for Andrea, because we're going to mull this over. What?
I don't.
Uh-huh.
No, I said go ahead. Ed.
I'm going to say KY
No,
jelly,
it's like-
eclairs, and a turkey baster.
Jelly, fish, turkey. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't make me uncomfortable if I was a cashier. I'd just look at your ass and smile.
Vaseline, cucumbers, and vodka, says Raven. Tampons, chopsticks, and lube, says Word. I see we're all on the same page here. Ed, what do you got? Gary says, do I hear a helicopter? No, Gary, you probably hear my fan on my computer.
There was a helicopter earlier during the UFO show.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
So, Ed, Andrea, what do you got?
That would make them uncomfortable? No. Did my volume go out?
Nope. Oh,
Oh.
don't know. Were you talking?
I thought I heard stuff, but I didn't see anybody move. So some cake mix, some frosting, and some X-Lax. Maybe party supplies.
Raven has a good one. Laxatives, rubber gloves, and a pair of pliers. His lips are moving, but I hear
him in the other room.
Okay, sorry about that. I turned the mic off so I didn't bother Gary with the background noise. Okay, I've got one. Here we go. And yeah, Whirlwind says toothpicks, catheter, and string. Raven says laxative, rubber gloves, pair of pliers. Whirlwind says duct tape, rope, kitchen knives. Here's one for you. A handgun and ammo, or a rifle and ammo, just a gun and ammo, an American flag, and a book on Civil War history. Now, Ed's laughing because he's bought those exact fucking things together before.
wow.
It's a true story.
Yep.
See, you could say things like a shovel, a bag of lime, and drywall stuff, but I don't think most cashiers are creative enough to put that together in their head.
Well, you know. Some lingerie, some lube, and the morning after pill.
It doesn't make me uncomfortable. That makes me hope I can hook up.
I know what you doing tonight.
So what are you doing, sir?
Yeah, it depends on who's buying it. The guy or the girl buying all that stuff.
I don't know. How about this for uncomfortable? A vibrator, lube, rope, and a handgun. Too dark?
That's how porn starts.
I
mean,
Okay, Raven, that's a true story.
Maybe they're stuck.
That's a winner right there. Raven says, I once went to Tractor Supply, bought a Christmas card, a horse crop, and some scented candles.
Oh, yeah.
That's how porn starts.
See, there have been times I've actually walked into a store and legit picked up stuff that when I lay it down on the thing, I'm like, this could be fun.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking, because I was just in the store last week. I can't remember what I bought, but when I looked in the cart, because I had one of the little carts, because you do full shopping, it was those little odd things, and I looked in the cart, it's like, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, like D-cell batteries, lard, and gardening gloves, like those rubber kitchen gloves, and you're just like, huh, this could be interesting.
Why are you buying lard? We have them.
We do. It's true. And you knew the cashier should look me dead in the eye and said, I didn't know you owned horses. And Raven says,
Is that what she sounds like?
I don't. So, they dated for 2 years. I held the camera. Okay, where are we at on time on this show? Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes. Let's hit another question. What do we got here? Here we go. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Again?
Could be.
Oh, so you're saying I was arrested.
Right.
My friends and family found out I was arrested. They would automatically assume...
Right. What?
That I was naked somewhere.
It's true. It's true.
True. We would assume that.
There is a small chance some of us less sensitive souls would be like, driving while black? I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know. If you got pulled over and somebody found the conceal... Then again, you're smart enough to go, I conceal carry, I've... whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, I did look for a Glock 43X this week. Like, nobody has them in stock locally.
Good luck.
That's not helpful.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
If I found one up this way, you want me to give you a call?
Or pick it up and I'll PayPal or Cash App the money straight to you if you have, a couple $100 laying around.
We can't do that because I can't buy handguns. This is so.
Oh, yeah. It's you see, I forget about that. Like, you can't buy something for somebody else. And I forget about that because it doesn't register for me. But yes, give me a call. Let me know. And then I will contact that store, pay them directly, and make a trip up there to pick it up. Good point. Raven says her friends and family would assume she had peed in public. Wordowin says that their family would assume that they went outside. I am dying to go take a look now. I need to know what that means. It's what about you, Andrea? What would your friends and family assume had happened? What do you think?
Know. Let me ask you that question. What do you think I did?
I was about to say, what do you think I would think if you think you were arrested?
I don't get arrested anymore.
Or any less. Yeah, I don't. I'm a good boy. No, I'd have to be. I would have to assume that I said something horrible on the show and they came for me. I made some dumbass joke and they're just like, sorry, thought police, we're going to drag your ass off now.
Yeah,
Government conspiracy, yeah.
They're checking out all of our social media and emails and tapping our phones now because you asked me to buy you a hand.
It could be. That right after the previous episode we did this was UFOs, and I also mentioned Ed driving while black. So between these things, I'm getting arrested tomorrow.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe right now.
What, Andrea?
So we're gonna do a GoFundMe for your bail money now.
There we go. Would somebody please set that up and make sure my address is attached to it? This is preventative medicine. If we get enough money, I will never be arrested. That's right.
It's kind of funny where everyone says, arrested because they have too many grow lights. Here is something I thought about. I grow vegetables and plants. I start seeds inside. Right now they're on the porch. I was thinking of getting grow lights to grow, but I'm like, if I order them, are they going to come to my house?
No, because grow lights are quite often used in fish tanks, for live coral and stuff like that. It's also used a lot of times for reptiles because it puts vitamin D for different reptiles. What the hell is wrong with you, Zazzle? I mean, it's possible if you order enough to, for a warehouse, then it might be but if you order 6, not really.
I was wondering about that. See, these, yeah. Okay. Something I just learned. I didn't know. I'm a little embarrassed.
We got 2 more questions in the list and a couple minutes to go. So let's start with this, and then we'll wrap it up with the last one. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? Andrea.
Nut butter.
You can't. Don't use peanut. Don't use butter.
Nut.
I'm going with nut spread.
Creamy nut.
Nut cream. Nut smear, says Gary.
There is a product called squirrel nut butter.
Is there?
Yeah.
That's nope.
Word suggested nut marmalade. Why don't we just go with nut spunk?
How about not? Oh my god.
Okay. So last question, then we're going to wrap this up. Acorn paste. Yeah. Okay. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? Ed?
Weird. At my house?
That the most of the Western population would consider weird. Not necessarily what you or they considered weird.
Go on.
Do tell.
Come back to me.
They came back to you. They came on your back for you. They came second. Came a second time.
Okay. Speaking of guests at my house and coming.
Oh my God! It wasn't me, was it?
No, but
okay, go on.
A bunch of guests spending the night one night, and a couple was sleeping downstairs on the couch, and a gentleman that could not sleep apparently came downstairs.
Oh God!
And laid down on the not the couch, the smaller thing. What did he call
love seat?
Smaller thing from the couch. Okay. Love seat. Right. In the same room. Did not let them know that he was there, and apparently the couple decided to and he just sit right there and watch while they.
What else do you do if you're in that situation and you're dozing off and then you wake up to somebody having sex? Do you go like, excuse me, I'll leave the room and interrupt? Or do you just go, Fuck, I am stuck. And it's kind of hot. But then again, you know the couple, you don't have to tell us, but it might not have been so hot. It's hard.
Reading porn.
Is that the most awkward thing you had somebody do at your house?
Well, it wasn't awkward.
No, Andrea.
Sure.
Andrea said reading porn.
No, I said 3D porn.
Oh, 3D porn. By the way, Raven says, my cousin tried to summon a demon on my patio once. Joe Piscopo from Johnny Dangerously. Go ahead, Andrea.
So, what was the question again?
What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
Okay. Going on that. They went and tried on my underwear.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking weird.
Okay, was it a guy or a girl? Let's start with that.
It was a girl.
With your permission, or did you walk in there?
Not my permission. Went in there, tried on my underwear, and wore them. They were staying with me for a little while. I was helping them out, so they were a guest in my home.
So, did you date them, and for how long?
No, this was not that type of situation. That would have been different. But I don't share my underwear. That's weird. No, wore it. Stretched them out.
Ah!
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, we're friends. No.
Do I know this person?
No. This was...
Because I totally had a different panty story with one of your friends in my head.
You and I may have been thinking of the same person, Travis.
No.
No? Okay.
Wait, who do you know that she knows that I know? You know?
I don't know.
Okay, wasn't a guest in my house, but here's true story. Totally going dark on this one, guys. One of the weirdest things a roommate did in my house is let my other roommate die of a drug overdose, drag the body to the Bronx, and dump it.
Okay.
I win. Anybody else got anything else to put? It's yeah. Other than that, I've seen my friends lean over and fart in another guy's face.
Oh, I've seen friends, they light their farts. It's like, don't do that in your house. You're gonna set something on fire or your ass. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
But
I've seen my friends have sex in my hot tub.
Right.
Well, that's not weird.
But by the way, Gary has stated that's pretty usual, Travis. No lie. Okay, I've only had it happen one time in my life. I've never been like, yeah, it's fourth time. Not so weird anymore, is it?
Well, and trying to summon a demon, I would rather them try to summon a demon than wear my underwear. Just saying. Or use my toothbrush. Yeah, because Raven says panties and toothbrush are off limits. I agree. I don't care how close you are. No.
Okay, you see, I've got a couple things here. Then we're going to wrap up this show because we've hit more than an hour. Wordwin says, not really weird. No, we did good. We had a good time. Not really weird, but I guess unusual. These two girls I knew would stay over at my place after school, so their parents didn't know they were involved with one another. I think then unusual, now not so unusual. And if you take the two girls out of the equation and say two teenagers, less unusual. And nowadays it's just two teenagers. I hope. I think. I want it to be. Raven says, my friends have sex everywhere. So they're like those bugs in the spring and summer that fly around with their abdomens attached to each other. That's what I'm seeing. Same room sex. By the way, that is same room sex, not same sex room. Same room sex isn't that weird to me.
It's not weird to me either with permission, but
right or forewarning at least, or
right.
This way.
Block the TV.
Well, there is that, and there's also, what do you expect me to do if I'm in the room and you start doing this? Because if I'm conscious, I'm fucking gonna look. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna watch. I'm just gonna say I'm looking at least, and joining in probably never. Even if I'm offered, even if I know it's accepted, usually I'm like, I'm good. But you guys have a good time. Yeah, Andrea?
So, you're talking about if you were asleep and you wake up and they're doing it. I was just picturing, okay, I'm sitting there watching TV and they come in and do it.
They're like,
put a towel, don't block the TV.
Oh, yeah, put a towel down. Good roll.
Friend,
Go ahead.
The particular friend that I mentioned, he was a little bit of a creeper. I mean, he would creep around the house at night after parties, just trying to catch somebody.
See, no.
Doing the yeah.
No, that's different if you leave a room because somebody's snoring and you're like, oh, I'm not going to sleep in there. Right. I'm going to go out here and no, that's something perfect to say to a stranger. I saw you at Ed's house on the couch fucking. 2 for 1. I went in the next room and watched those other people too.
They probably just look at you and say, "You were there? I don't remember you being there."
Do you have a receipt? Because we're going to have to charge you. Okay. Let's get a closing toast for this episode. God damn it. Okay.
Closing toast. Put down a towel.
There we go. Here we go. From Cogsley, the closing toast is, I quoted your mom. Said by Travis Sivart.
That's what he said.
That's what she said.
Okay, let's get some outro stuff. Any closing thoughts, guys, about 5 questions that might have turned into 10?
Yeah, we'll do this again.
Yeah, this was okay. I think so. Okay, and everybody else on the live show, don't go anywhere after we end the recording. We'll be creeping on you. Before we go, I want to remind everyone that you can email us at talkthetavernshow@gmail.com to let us know your thoughts on the show's topic, suggest another topic that you'd like to hear us discuss, or just have us read a message out on air to someone in your life. Thanks for supporting the show by downloading the podcast, sharing it on social media, grabbing some shirt stickers and mugs from bit.ly/tavernmerch, or barware patches and hats from bit.ly/tavernmerch2. That's bit.ly/tavernmerch or tavernmerch and the number 2. Thanks to everyone who joined us live at twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk, and everyone who supports the tavern by subscribing, hosting, throwing bits, raids, and most of all, commenting. Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
You know the old saying, selling like hotcakes? What does that even mean? What is a hotcake anyway? They should change it to selling like Hondas, because right now Hondas are selling faster than ever. Probably because they're so rugged, long-lasting, and fuel-efficient. And if you want one, you should get to your local Honda dealer right away. Check out the 8-passenger Pilot, or maybe the adventurous Passport. But you gotta do it fast, because Hondas are selling like, well, Hondas. New models are arriving now. Don't wait. See your local Honda dealer today.